Hello there guys, we are back in Vaultville and hopefully going to get a bit more profit out of the city in this video. We're only making about 500 simoleons per hour, which isn't great. But overall the happiness is good and so is the population. We're up to 41,000. Now somebody did tell me that the actual magic numbers for tax should be 12% for all the low wealth, 11% for the medium wealth, and then 10% for all the high wealth. So let's give that a bit of a go and see what we get out of that. Yep, 12, 11, 10. Now that's already got us up to 2,500 per hour, so that has helped things out immensely. One thing we are going to have to do at some point in the future maybe is change our power plant, because just adding lots and lots of wind turbines, while efficient, doesn't necessarily give us efficiency with space. It takes up a lot of room. We're also going to have to sort out education. We're still not managing to fulfill the needs of the entire city education-wise, so we're going to speed things up a little bit for the time being. How are we doing with our research projects? Do we actually have to add an annex before we can research anything? Don't think we have to. We can research something. Control net facility. Okay, so maybe we do have to add one. Oh no, we can just research that. So that's the only thing we can research. Ah, okay, so we actually need one of the annexes to be able to build one of these things. That's interesting. So I guess we have to consider which of these that we want and then build the appropriate annex. So waste reduction level, wave power plant. Placed alongside the shoreline, this power plant generates small amounts of cheap. See, it's only small amounts, so it might not be worth doing it. Sky Bridges fusion power plant generates massive amounts of clean power at a huge cost. Requires a jump start of power from an existing source to begin power generation. Massive power needs of your mega tower with a powerful nuclear reactor level. The advanced reactor at the core of this level will not melt down like a traditional nuclear power plant. Well, that's good. And then, of course, air scrubbers. So, which of these do we need? A fusion power plant could be good. We could certainly build enough power plants to get it jump-started. Or do we go for wave power plants? Because we don't have all that much shoreline. Although we do have this little island that we could plop a few around. Let's try it out, because I don't have one. So we need the nanoscale engineering annex to be able to do that. And how much is that going to cost us? Where is it? It's this one, isn't it? The nanoscale engineering annex. So 50,000, and it's going to cost 800 per hour to maintain. Great stuff. Let's go back into fast forward then until we have some money. Of course, we still need to add an office level to our mega tower. And what does he want us to do? Unlock the archaeology great works. Now, I can't remember how we actually do those. Let's just have a look in specialization. Just having a look here because I am seeing things pop up. We can't build that yet. Mega towers. What's he complaining about? Low wealth mall isn't getting enough shoppers. I'm sure it will. New annex, yep, we know about that. Okay, now where's the Great Works? Because I cannot remember. Maybe we have to go... Oh, there it is, Great Works site. So they want us to build the archaeology. So there are 4 Great Works that you can essentially build. You can build a solar farm, and the solar farm basically provides power for... I'm not sure, is it the entire region or is it just the 4? Cities connect... Workers from city participate in the region. Cities connect to the solar farm and can purchase large amounts of power at a discounted cost. So I think it only affects the cities that are connected to that one Great Works site. So the solar farm gives us power. Then we can build an international airport, which gives us a boost to tourism and accepts a lot of freight. So we get a lot more money from selling our stuff. We can have a space centre, which gives us benefits to tourism and education. And then there's the archaeology, which gives us a benefit to workers, shoppers, and students. Now, as you can see, it takes a certain amount of stuff to build them. It costs a million simoleons to build. There must be at least one city in the region with 58,000 residents, but it also requires 2,800 tons of metal, 1,000 tons of alloy, and 60,000 crates of TVs. And that's going to take quite a while to build. Something like the solar farm could be useful. It still takes a lot of plastic alloys, processors. Of course, you do need a university with a school of science to be able to build that. The international airport requires a municipal airport in the region and 100 tourists, so we're probably unlikely to get that. The space centre could be good, although again that requires a university with a school of engineering. So we'll have to see. I'm not bothered too much about building any of the great works right now. I just wanted to remind myself what I needed to do to unlock that. We probably will have a go. So we only have to unlock the arcology. We don't actually have to build the arcology. And unlocking it just requires us to get up to 58,000 residents. So that is doable. Let's jump this back up to full speed. And get some much needed money. Let's have a look at education actually while we're waiting for that to go up. I know there are a few things I want to build, including the office level here. But we do want to get education sorted out. Because currently we... Oh no, we are managing to school all of our students. 1,713 enrolled of 1,713. Okay, that's good. We can leave that as it is for now. So how much is it going to cost us to get an office level on this mall? And I'm assuming it's going to be a low-tech office level. 80,000 simoleons. Getting quite a demand for medium wealth residential. You're also getting high wealth commercial and residential. Looks like we could potentially get quite a few more high wealth people in if we... Oh no, it is dropping slightly. But we are getting high wealth commercial. So we could build a high wealth mall level. We can afford to do that as well. 49,000. Let's start construction on that. Hopefully we'll have enough people there to bring some money in. Otherwise we'll end up having to build another level for high wealth civs. Saying civs again. Citizens. Sims. Sims and civs are very, very, very close. Well, we have got a bit of growth in here, considering that it was a bit of a strange shape, and I didn't think that I'd be able to get many buildings expanding in there, so I'm quite happy about that. How are things improving over here? Do we have any other super high density buildings? Doesn't really look like we do. We've got room for some. Yeah, these people are still just sort of at the point where they are... They're getting there. They're getting there, but they're not quite there yet. I think we'll see a little bit of growth soon at some of these places. How's the trade depot doing? Got plenty of space. Doesn't have a lot of freight, and that's probably because we don't have an awful lot of industry. We should think about increasing our industry again at some point, though we don't seem to have a lot of need for it at the moment. So let's leave it going and see what happens. Well, we have our mall level. Needs more shoppers to make a profit. Of course it does. What we're going to have to do... Yeah, we still do have some demand for high wealth residential. So let's put another high wealth apartment level on there. Hopefully we'll get some people move in and make some more money. We're up to 3,500 per hour though, which is really good. Now what add-ons did I build at City Hall? Because I do not remember. We have the Department of Utilities and the Department of Safety. So we could go on and build the police station. I think that's what I wanted to do, was build the police precinct, because that would allow us to reduce crime in the area. And we never really upgraded our police station. I'm actually surprised, given the size of the city, that we've only got one clinic, one fire station and one police station, and so far they seem to be handling the capacity of the entire city. I mean, even the clinic is only treating 9 patients. Admittedly, it does help if you have an educated population, because people who are educated are less likely to injure themselves. And they're also less likely to get ill. I mean, I'm not saying that people who get ill aren't educated, but obviously having an education does help you avoid taking certain risks which could lead you to getting ill, such as, you know, going and standing out in a cold field with wet hair or something. So, we're just going to wait for our money to improve slightly. That's built already. Shopping here is really good. Apparently the mall level still needs more shoppers. I find that hard to believe. We've maxed out the population in both of the high wealth apartment levels, or almost maxed them out in both of the high wealth apartment levels. Yet the mall level still needs more shoppers. Maybe we could put more high wealth in there. I'll have to think about that one. We'll leave it for a little while, see how it goes. Let's look at the regioning. Yeah, still got a lot of residential demand for medium and high wealth. Bit more industrial coming back up. Starting to run out of decent space to put industrial now. Because it is a bit messy around here. I did kind of fluff that up where I placed all of this stuff down. Of course, we could just go out onto this island and build industrial here. That is certainly a possibility. Have this little island as industrial, because we will have some power across there anyway. So let's think about doing that. If we take a road, and we can build a bridge across to this island. And let's just go towards the edge of the map. And then we will take our industry and pop that along there. And then we'll build another road. Cannot create smooth enough terrain for road here. Well, isn't that just fantastic? But we can go this way. And then we'll build a road down here. And put in some more industry. Let's just hold down control. Do the entire thing. And we'll do that side as well. And then we should be able to get a couple of the power plants around there. Okay, it's probably not going to have room for it to build in there, but we'll give it a go anyway. And we can do this side. And we'll see where we can build. There we go, our demand for industry is now going down. Got a lot of money now, so we're going to go over to our mega tower. Oh, looks like we've got fire problems here. We're going to add the office level as requested, even if it's just a low-tech one. Let's start construction there. Let's just have a look. Yes, we do have an abandoned building. It's probably one that has burnt down. Can't currently see. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, building fire, so we'll get rid of that. Obviously, this area here is quite a good distance away from our fire service. But it certainly looks like the fire service is coping as it is. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. So, starting to think about putting in the police precinct. We could certainly almost afford it. They are quite expensive. But we are now making almost 8,000 simoleons an hour. Have workers in the office levels and earn rent from the office levels. Well, it's 4:30 in the morning, so wow, actually no, apparently people do work in the office at 4:30 in the morning. Still haven't managed to get all those medium wealth sims in a house of worship yet. Earn rent from offices. Well, that's another one completed. So let's have a medium wealth level here then. Because we do have some... We certainly do have some need for medium wealth. Now, can we build any of these service levels yet at all? Only a park level. Raises medium wealth land value. Sure, why not? Let's build a park right up there on the roof. I guess we can't build another... Yeah, you need to wait for the level to finish before you can build another. Again, this is going to eat into the profits a little bit, but not too much to worry about. Oh, of course, we need to build the annex as well, don't we? Which is going to cost us 50,000, was it? Yeah, we'll do that next. That is going to be next priority. Build the annex. Hopefully, we're going to have room for it somewhere. It looks like quite a big building. Might end up having to... Yeah, not enough room to increase density. This is the issue sometimes with having buildings quite close together. As you can see, this is a high density factory and it's taking up this entire block. So this one wants to increase its density, but it doesn't have enough room. Which is a little bit of a shame. Right, we do have enough money now. Let's see how big it is. Oh, it's not completely huge, and it snaps to the road. It doesn't actually snap to the building itself. And it looks like it doesn't have to necessarily be. Looks like it can go anywhere almost. Because we've got quite limited room here, which is a bit of a pain. But let's have it here actually, across the road from our mega tower, because it does match up quite nicely. And now we should be able to do a research project. Wave power plant. That's what we wanted to research. Obviously, that's going to cost us 50,000 again, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, so we've got our park level now. Ooh, let's try and zoom in to have a look. It's only got a couple of trees. It's not exactly what I would call a park, but okay, fine. Visions of the future and all that. Obviously, there's more grass up here on the Elite Mega Tower. So, what can we build up here? We don't think we've got any of the crowns yet, have we? No. Service levels. Again, we could have a park level here. Raises high wealth land value. Not sure if we actually need it, to be honest. Because the value's already quite good around here. I think we're going to leave it. We're not going to build it unless we absolutely need it. Let's just have a look at Mega Towers. Just trying to find out what the demand is. Yet we've still got a rising demand for high wealth residential. Wow, we could really get a lot of high wealth people in if we added another level. Of course, they're much less dense. This is the thing you do have to remember. If you look at something like a low income apartment, you get 1,200 people. If you look at a medium income, you get 600 people. And if you look at the high income, you only get 300 people. So you need much, much more to get the sort of capacity. What do we have going on? Is that going to be that Dr. Vu thing again? Yeah, I really don't want to. Please go away. And obviously that's going to be the Maxis Man 1, isn't it? Oh no, Little Old Police Station just isn't cutting it. We're a big city now. Time we expanded. Police Precinct. I do want a police precinct. That is one of my plans. So we will be doing that, but not just yet. Let's get that research going for the wave power plants before we forget about it. The research is now in progress. And the money is coming in. Where are we getting all of our money from? Let's have a quick look at that. We're certainly making about 4,000 per hour profit on the Mega Towers, which is nice. I mean, obviously they do cost a lot to run, but we're gaining a lot from it as well. And we're also doing quite well on tax income. And of course, we've still got our oil going out, which is quite nice. One of the ways that I found that was a really good way to make money in this game, and this was before Cities of Tomorrow, and this is one of the ways that I actually managed to get a city working when my trade depot stopped working, because I got to a point with one city where I was only really... the city was losing money. I wasn't... it was costing me so much money to keep all of the schools and fire stations and hospitals and police precincts running, that the amount of residents I had, and I couldn't put any more in because the entire city was full. So I couldn't actually generate enough tax revenue to keep the city in profit. So I was completely relying on the sales of my freight and the sales of things like oil through the trade depot. But what happened was the trade depot just stopped working. I even tried destroying it and putting a new one down, and it just wasn't happening. My oil wasn't getting collected, or I think it was coal actually. I think it was on a coal map. So I was mining coal, but the coal just stopped getting collected, and it was all connected up. The roads were fine. There were trucks at the coal mine. There were trucks at the trade depot. I even had the bigger trading port or whatever it's called, but it just wasn't working. And because that stopped, I couldn't generate any money, and the city failed. But one way that I did find was a good way of making money is if you go down the tourism route, I think it is, and go for stadiums, and you build the Pro Stadium, and you can put certain events on at the Pro Stadium. Now, it costs a huge amount of money to put on an event, so you do need to have some money in the bank to be able to put the event on. But the amount of money that you will make, the profit margins from filling the stadium, if it's a sellout, is absolutely amazing. Of course, it does mean you need a good transport system and you need a lot of people in the region, because in order to sell out a Pro Stadium event, you need a high population that can get to the event. Now, I have noticed down here, we've got these little places. I did notice that there was one or two that said that there was no room to expand. Yeah, they're ready to expand. They should be able to, actually, though. I mean, obviously these buildings here have expanded, so there shouldn't be too much of an issue. They seem to have caught cold. Yeah, I did mouse over someone earlier that said that they didn't have enough room to expand, but I'm sure they will. So, I've been nattering on for a while now. How are we doing for money? Quite a lot. So let's think about getting in our police precinct. We are going to have to get rid of this police station because we're just not going to have the room. So we are going to bulldoze our police station and then very quickly hope that we've left ourselves enough money to afford the police precinct. And we have. Police precinct. All the criminals are getting free. We've just let them all out of jail. Now this place is quite big. We're going to pop it down there. And we will put... we have 50 jail cells already, which is a great thing. So we don't need to build any more jail cells at the moment. We can add a police dispatch tower. And this gives us an instant response time. So putting this on basically means that we will get to criminals much more quickly. So let us pop that on the roof like so. And we are also going to have another car lot. And these are car lots. So you don't just get 2 cars anymore. You actually get 6 cars. So that is brilliant. Other things that we'll be able to add. This is obviously a new thing that has been added in Cities of Tomorrow. You can tell by the little sort of hexagonal pattern it's got going on behind it. But police drones. Drones descend from the Omega Co factory. Well, we don't have the Omega Co factory. And are upgraded to law drones. Law drones crack down on crime, eliminating criminals. Law drones require replacement after each use. So we actually need the Omega Co if we are going to be able to use those. And we don't have an Omega Co HQ in the region. And you need a robotics division. And so we may do that in our other city. Our other city may well end up being an Omega Co one. And a drone assembly line to the Omega Co factory. Okay, so you need an Omega Co HQ in the region, and you need a factory in the city. Okay, that makes sense. Then, of course, we have jail cells, bottom and top floor. We have a crime prevention centre. This is going to be one of the most useful things, because this is a proactive approach to crime fighting. These are basically detectives that allow you to stop crime before it happens. The detective wing requires us to have a university and a school of law. And, which ones that do? Detectives to investigate criminals at large. Oh yeah, these find criminals that have gone into hiding. And then police helipad, which allows us to respond quicker. Now this requires a municipal airport in the region. So that might be something that's possible later on. But we certainly want a crime prevention centre, so let us get that on there straight the way. So I think we're all sorted for police right now. Need to arrest 8 more criminals. I'm sure they'll catch up with them. Although they've probably all gone into hiding now. So we're still making 5,000 simoleons an hour. I'm not too disappointed with that. What's the complaint with Megat? Oh, we're unhappy. Apartment level problems. No work. Okay, maybe we need another office level then. Can we afford to add another office level? We could go for a right, what? This is low wealth. Okay, we need to get up to 80,000. We're short. We are short of work. That's the problem. Also short of money. But yes, we certainly need to fix that. That is an issue. They do not have enough work. Oh dear. How's our little research project going? 26%. We seem to be short of high wealth workers here, though. I wonder if they're all working in the factories. Again, this is something that I need to sort out, is the mod. I still haven't done it yet. The mod that actually lets me know the breakdown of various different wealth workers in each building. So, you're a little unhappy. That building's expanding, which is definitely a good thing. How's the industry doing down here? We're certainly seeing some stuff go on. Let us see if we can't increase the density of these roads. Give them the ability to expand straight away. Because that doesn't cost an awful lot of money, so it's quite doable. We do need some more medium wealth, of course, just so we can try and get these churches filled. Service attendancy, not too good. Only 23 people. Yesterday, only 45. That's not an awful lot, really. Let's just check the infrastructure for things like power. Power we still have an excess, which is good. Water we have a massive excess, which is brilliant. Sewage we have an excess, which is brilliant. Well, having excess sewage isn't really brilliant, but... Mayor's Mansion upgrade available. Did I miss one? Apparently I did. Let's do that then. And what can we add this time? Oh, let's add our barbecue patio, which will increase happiness in the area and land value. There we go. Keep everybody happy. Yes, I'm getting to you. I just need enough money to build an office level. Need 80,000. One more month and we'll be there. Well, one more hour. One more game hour. Just waiting for it to tick. There we go. We have enough. So let's go here and let us build another office level. Level 7. We're starting to really build this tower up now. Look at the size of it. It barely fits on the screen. Absolutely colossal. The precinct does look cool. It is well worth having these buildings. I do really like having them. Again, we could do a few extra things. We could plop the sign down. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever because it doesn't change a thing. Just costs us some money to put to place. But it does look cool. We will get the fire department one in at some point probably as well. As you can see though, it's quite a big building. If you compare it in size with the normal fire station there, it is an absolutely massive building. Has many of the same upgrades you'd expect from the police precinct, such as the ability to dispatch helicopters if you've got an airport in the region. It can also, you have fire marshals that will go around and educate people on fire prevention, so they're less likely to burn their houses down. And also it has teams that can deal with hazmat fires. Now you don't really need those unless you get certain levels of industry, but once you start getting hazmat fires, you can't put them out with normal firefighters. And again, later on we get the hospital, and if you compare that to the size of the clinic, again, it is much bigger. And same sort of things, better response time, you get air ambulances, you have sort of health professionals that sort of teach people ways to try and stay safe and try not to get ill. Right, what have we got flashing up now? Do we still have problems here? Residents in the apartment level are unhappy where they're living. Make sure you satisfy them. They'll move out and you'll lose the rent money. No relief from work. Leaving. Wow, we actually have very few people in here. What I'm going to do is have a quick look. Can we reduce low wealth taxes without crippling our economy? Yes, we can. How much lower can we go? Right, I've reduced the taxes, and the reason that I've done that is because usually reducing taxes sort of encourages people to move back in. We don't want our people moving out. That doesn't really make sense. No relief from work. Does that mean they're working too hard or they don't actually have any work? Strange. Power failure? Oh yes, we've built another level, haven't we? So are we actually short of power now? Where are we? Well, we do have an excess, but it isn't a great one, is it? We're really going to have to sort our power out soon. Because we cannot continue like this. We'll put a couple more of these down for the time being. Hopefully that will help out. Yep, power will be back on. It's obviously building the extra levels that's caused the problem. Mind you, just look at the size of the thing. I mean, there's more people living in this one tower than there is living in the entire rest of the city. Upgrade roads. Right, these places look like they are ready for a density increase, so let's give them what they wish. Let's go for high density streets. And let's just high density up this entire area now. Certainly seems ready for it. It'll help us deal with traffic issues. That's only medium density, wow. Probably shouldn't have gone straight up to high from medium, really, but high from low. That needs doing, and that needs doing, and that needs doing. There we go. So let's wait for that to sort itself out. Getting quite a lot of demand for residential now. In all sort of walks of life. Even low, mind you, low, what's going on here? An apartment level in this mega tower is having trouble keeping the residents satisfied. Yeah, we know about this. Make sure the apartment levels aren't plagued by crime, fire, sickness or unemployment. Be sure to provide shopping or parks for residents. Well, I thought we were dealing with that, actually. And actually, all the apartment levels seem to be okay now. We need more shoppers to make a profit. Strange. Okay, how are we doing on this one? We need 2 more criminals. We haven't unlocked the Great Arcology yet, and we're still struggling. We definitely need some more medium wealth. I think that's definitely going to be our next project. And this factory is now completed. Look at the size of that thing. Business is okay. It's not great, it's just mediocre. Maria Mills. Fair enough. Yeah, we haven't left a lot of room to expand around here, which is a bit of a shame. We are getting a bit of expansion here, which is good. I guess what we could do, of course, is we could then upgrade these roads. We probably won't get an awful lot on this island, but we'll see what we can get. And we still have issues. Isn't getting enough shoppers to turn a profit. And we're still having power issues as well. I thought we'd sorted the power issues out, to be honest. Unlocked the arcology. That's that one done. I'm very disappointed that we're not really producing enough power output. That is actually quite annoying. I'm going to keep building on this. Let's put these up, actually. A couple of these big ones. We will get rid of all of this, of course, once we get some better power solutions, which we need to do. Still need 2 more criminals. At least we've got a power excess now. No, the power problem has been, or is in the process of being sorted. Don't worry about that. There was something else that I wanted to check on as well, and I can't remember what it is. What was I going to do? Everybody seems relatively happy. We are getting a lot more of these high-density buildings now. Look at these things starting to go up. All good stuff. Pleb Palace. Nice. Or is that Plebe? Oxford Tower. Well, they're certainly starting to go up in density anyway. How are things doing here? Now, is that just part of the academy, or is that separate to the academy? I'm going to assume that that's just the same thing. Okay, we've done that. I bet we don't even get a reward for it, do we? No, nothing whatsoever. They couldn't care even slightly. How are we doing for power now? What do you want? Oh, that's the Dr. Vu thing again. Okay, where are we? Nope, clicking on all the wrong things. Obviously, we can sell our police coverage to the region. Doesn't matter because we don't have anybody else in the region yet. But we do have a crime prevention van and 10 cars, which we could sell off if we wanted to. But we don't. Not yet. Anyway. But yeah, this is Vu Tower. This is the evil genius's headquarters. And then you've got Maxis Manor, which is the superhero headquarters. I might build them at one point just to stop the flipping prompts from coming up every few minutes, because that starts to get annoying after a while. Power. We do have an excess. It's not a great one, but we do have one, so we are good for now. Hopefully, as soon as we get this research complete, which is on 91%, we'll be able to put in our wave generators. Having to turn passengers away, can't handle the load, will you add a garage? Yes, I will do it. We need some extra buses. That should be enough. Added a couple, because, you know, it's all good. Look at the money now, we're up to almost 170,000. 94%, but I think we're going to be doing that on the next video. What's going here? Recycling centre is something that I want to do, but it's not on my list of priorities at the moment. So there we go. We've had double the number of residents since the start of this video, which is fantastic. We have made a significant amount of money. Let's go and upgrade the Mayor's Manor. We've also got Town Hall upgrade to come as well. So there's the Mayor's Manor upgrade. Still can't add any of these buildings yet. They do need a certain number of things first. Let's put the flag. What does that do? Does it give us anything? No, not at all. Let's stick it on the other side of the road, because why not? We also get... What's going on there? Yeah, an upgrade to City Hall. So it looks like they've changed this. I always thought that you could only have a maximum of 3 of these places built, but it looks like you can actually add more now. So we could have a Department of Tourism or a Department of Transportation. I don't think we need to have any of them at the moment, so I'm probably not going to bother. Although a University of... a Department of Education to have a university would be nice, and high schools. So maybe we could have one of those. Unfortunately, this building doesn't snap on. This is an extra building that you have to put somewhere else and destroy a house in doing so. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait with that one until we actually need an upgrade. So let's get rid of all these pop-ups just so we can see our city in all its glory. So it's come a long way in the last 7 videos. Look at what we've got. 80,000 people living in a semi-futuristic city with intermittent brownouts. So there we go, guys. That's Vaultville. I'm going to carry on with this city, and what I'll probably do in a couple more videos maybe is switch to one of the other plots. I might do some of it off camera, I haven't decided, but I might get a second city running just so we can build some of the other stuff. So I'll probably build all of the infrastructure, like the roads and getting the residential areas and the industry started. And then we'll flick over to that city when I start placing new buildings that I haven't shown you guys before. So I hope you're still enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.